Good morning, my friends. My name is Trucker Ray. Welcome to my channel if you're viewing for the very first time. I live right out of my truck and I travel the highways of North America, sharing my experiences. And I love to share the gospel of Yeshua. So you'll find me talking about the Lord and you'll find me reading out of my Bible, which we plan to do a little bit later on. I'm going to start doing something new and fresh. A lot of the time I read out of Psalms and Proverbs, which I love doing. But I thought it would be a lot of fun. We can start digging into the book of Revelation. And there's two reasons why. I love prophecy, and second, the Bible tells us, the Lord tells us, that whosoever reads and studies Revelation will receive a special blessing. So if you're ready for a special blessing, stay tuned. All right, what's on the agenda? Well, right now I am currently in Nanton. And it is Nanton, Alberta, which is not too far from Croix River, and I'm taking I'm taking the Lord with me. Yes, I am. I'm taking a load to North Baltimore, Ohio. That's right, 1,800 miles east. And yeah, first time ever gone that far. So this is going to be a really fun trip. And as you can see, it is snowing. You just can't get away from this stuff. You just can't get away from it. And it's probably snowing up in Calgary too. So I am heading to Croix River and to go get my load, and it's probably ready, which I think it is. So I just have to get my pickup number and all that prepared. So yeah, good to have you guys back. I missed you guys. I spent 2 weeks in a loaner truck, as you know, and it was okay, but it was also very stressful because just squeaks and knocking and banging, and it's just these big units on top that hold the fridge and everything. The other one on the other truck was just shaking and knocking all the time. It always sounded like... That's what I was listening to for 2 straight weeks, and I could not figure out what was doing it. When I got into this truck, I almost felt like kissing a steering wheel, but I figured that would have been sacrilegious. Okay, well, I'm just going to finish up some work here, and we can go because we are now completed our 10-hour reset. Okay, just had to get my ACE manifest. This gives me permission, more or less, to cross the border with this load. I don't know how all this works, but it goes through a broker, and it more or less tells Customs. Customs knows that, excuse me, with this little piece of paper, it tells the Customs guard border that I am on my way, and they're expecting me. So it's not like we ever show up by surprise. They know we're showing up. Okay. It's always a large, lengthy ordeal every single time. Tell you, it is so nice to have this truck start up like that. Before it used to go whoa, whoa, whoa. The starter was just shot. Okay. Next stop, customs and then meat inspection, and hopefully by that time we'll be able to get some driving in today. Inspection, and I like this one. There's two different places here you can get inspected. There's this one here, which is 264, or the I-64, whatever it is, and the other one's the I-47. I think this one's 264, and I really like this one. These guys are really nice. It usually goes really quick in here. The other one is always just a long process. So I do believe I pull over here, haven't been here for a while, and stop, and then they'll come out and cut my thingamajiggy. And go inside and give them some paperwork, and hopefully we'll be on our way soon. All right, we are done already. I don't think I've been here any longer than 15 minutes. Maybe a little longer. Don't know. That's awesome. I love coming to this place. They got a stack of trucks over there waiting over there. My goodness. I would have been over there for at least an hour or more. Here, in and out. That's awesome. That is a good sign to how this trip is going to go. have made it to Glendive, Montana. And this is a massive, massive parking area. This is the town pump here. It's huge. It's just massive. You could probably park a few hundred trucks here if you wanted to. And we ran into a little bit of snow, as you can see. It's snowing out here. Even though the Weather Channel says it's not snowing in Glendive, it is. Yeah, so this is where I'm shutting it down for the night. I got, how many miles did I get in here? I don't know, I think I got just under 500 miles, or just under 600 miles, so I did good today. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. And at least we'll have some more interesting driving going through, making our way towards, I think it's Minnesota, I believe. Good night, everyone. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I woke up to a little bit of extra snow this morning. And apparently, we're going to be dealing with some snow in North Dakota. I don't know how much, though. But, yeah, it never seems to want to go away. Never seems to want to go away. What a nice truck stop this is. It's funny, I tried to look this up on the Google map, and to my surprise, you can look at the satellite image, and the satellite image shows this as a big empty field. This place is very new. I think it's only been here maybe a year and a half. Nice truck stop. Huge parking lot, as I showed you last night. Just a massive, massive parking lot. Great location for a nice big truck stop like this. And the inside of it, I should have took you in there, but a full grocery store, aisles and everything. But, of course, $3.25 for a liter of milk. I wasn't going to pay that. You got everything you need here, including the outrageous prices. I just don't know why that a lot of these truck stops have to gouge you like that. They drop those prices a little bit, they would make more money. They would. Because more people would be able to afford it. So, our next stop is about an hour away to get fuel, and then we'll keep going, and hopefully everything will be okay. As for travel, can't even see the signs. They're all covered in snow. I think east is this way. So my stay at the truck stop, nice. Bathrooms were nice and clean. Yeah, I was quite happy with it. Yeah, quite happy indeed. So, thank you, Glendive, for such a hospitable welcome stay. I am on my way heading east on the 94. Yes. I'm stopping for my 30-minute break in, I think this is Jamestown, and I'm gonna make myself something to eat because I'm hungry. I have some really nice rye bread, and yeah, I got some really nice rye bread with some what else have I got? Some nice cheese, not the processed stuff, but some nice cheese. And what else do I have? I think turkey. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm gonna make myself something to eat, and that's the, that to me, that's the affordable way to go. Buy your own food if you can, and I probably already saved myself probably $30-40 already of spending American money down here by simply having some food here. So I am gonna make something to eat, take my 30. Well, we are motoring along here. We're finally out of the snow. I don't know if because we're heading a little bit more south, but it is very, very nice to be able to see some greenery. It's really, really hard, or brownery. It's really hard on the eyes. Looking at white for hours on end, everything white. At least this way I can look in the distance and I can actually see some land. But Minnesota is very flat. I think I remember that last time I came through last year. It's very, very flat. You can see for miles. Kind of like Montana in some areas. But it's still a nice state. So what the plan is for me is I'm going to stop in Clearwater, Minnesota today because, and that's only about another hour and 45 minutes to drive. So I'm not going to get my full 6 hours of drive, or yeah, I wish, 600 miles today, because I need to work it out that when I leave in the morning about 9 o'clock, I'm going to beat the traffic. I'm going to miss the rush hour going through Minneapolis, which is about an hour away from Clearwater. And I'm timing it so by the time I get to Chicago, it'll be at the end of afternoon rush hour in the evening, 6 or 7 o'clock. And I won't be going through the downtown core, even though you can, because there's a lot of, I was told there's a lot of low bridges, and you can get around them by going over by taking the exits and that. But I don't need to go through there, so I'm not going to bother, and I don't need to end up being distracted and ending up with a can opener effect on my trailer. I don't need that. So I'm going to end up going the ring road around Chicago, and then make my way very, very close to Toledo, and then possibly stay there for the night, and then do my delivery on the 21st. So that's the plan. A little bit of an early day for me, but that's okay. I don't mind. Just gives me more of an opportunity to work on this video for you guys. So that's kind of what's going on. So where's our destination for the night? Again, Clearwater, but the Petro. They got about 150 parking spots at that one. So I should be able to get a parking spot in there. Hopefully. Good morning, my dear friends. We are just leaving Clearwater, Minnesota. It, as you can see, snowed again last night. Just can't seem to get away from this stuff. Doesn't want to let go, old man winter. Yeah. Doesn't want to let go. So, stayed at this, what is it called? Quick Trip or something? Quick Trip. Nice truck stop. I think it's brand new. It's only been here, I think, since February. If you're ever along the 94 here going through Minnesota, this is like Junction 7. You really got to stop in here. Nice place, super clean bathrooms. I like it too because the stalls, the bathroom stalls, they're all individual little rooms. Wonderful privacy. I really like that. It's like having a little private room. Plus, everything is super clean in there. Staff is friendly. They've got soups, sandwiches, hot food in there. They even have a little kitchen area where they make their own food. Phenomenal little place. I hope I come back the same way because I'll be more than happy to spend my fuel and money here. So we are on our way, and hopefully the interstate looks fine. I think it will be fine. It's just these little back roads or whatever that can end up giving us a lot of problems. So we are en route and on our way. Today should be some interesting driving because I have to, as I was telling you before, make my way around Chicago. I don't know what that's going to be like. I got some instructions here from one of my friend Barry's buddy there. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but if I can avoid the downtown core, that works for me. I don't need any low bridges bothering me. Onward we go! Next city, more or less, is Minneapolis. We're gonna make it after all. just motoring along on the 90 and 94. I guess this interstate has 3 different interstate numbers. That's kind of funny. Something very unusual I've noticed about, a few things that I've noticed about this state of Wisconsin. As I mentioned last year when I was driving through here, they love their cheese here. There's also a lot of boards, billboards advertising adult shops. I guess they really like their adult shops out here. I mean, a lot of billboards. And the third thing that I find kind of unusual, I don't see any birds anywhere. Not crows, eagles, hawks, small birds, ravens. I don't see any birds at all. And there's a lot of roadkill on the side of the interstate, just from people hitting deer and raccoons, and usually if you're in Canada or a lot of other states, you will see just a swarm of ravens and hawks and eagles just having dinner, especially if it's a deer. You don't see anything like that out here. All the roadkill that you drive by is just sitting there all by itself. So either all of the birds, oh wait a minute, I stand corrected. I see some birds here. Those are the first birds I've seen since I've been in the state. Those are ducks, or they're geese. No, they're ducks. Okay, those are the first birds I've seen. Either that or everyone's flown south. Anyway, I'm about 100 miles away from Milwaukee. About 3 hours away from Chicago. It's a nice state though. I'm glad it's a little sunny out right now, which is nice. And it's dry and there's no snow, so I'm not gonna complain. No complaints here. I'll be stopping for my 30-minute break soon, but yeah. First toll. Yeah, apparently they're very good for, or they're ridiculous for tolls out here. You need to have an iPass thing, which I do, or you'd be paying a toll every, what is it? Every 20 miles or so? Yeah. I don't know, I guess that's how they keep their highways maintained, by charging people to drive on the roads. Kind of crazy, isn't it? I don't know what they charge. It said 95 cents with the iPass. And we'll see how far we got to go before we hit the next one. Well, it is almost 3:30, 5:30 now, Chicago time, and it's a traffic jam going into the city. I don't know how that works, but yeah. I don't know how that works. Well, I ended up making a wrong turn. I was going to take the 294 and go around, but I just didn't see the turn. I didn't see the turn. And there was a massive line of trucks, and it was really hard to get in there. So I ended up staying on the 290, which is going to take me right through the city. So you guys will get a first-hand look at Chicago, which it's okay. I was asking another driver. He says, yeah, if you take this right down to the 90, you'll be okay. So I'll just pay attention if there's any low bridges to make sure I take the turnoffs. So in the midst of rush hour traffic going into the city, yeah. Go figure. Afternoon rush hour. Gee, I hate to see what the morning rush hour looks like. Oh my gosh. Taking a while to get up to 290 here. It's jam-packed. Look at all these old buildings. Over here on the left, over on the right. Oh man, is that ever nice. I love looking at old stuff like this. You got these old walkways here. There's a train station over here. Look at the buildings on the right here. And on the left, my goodness, there's so much history here. Wow, I would love to come here and just visit the city. A whole bunch of brick buildings everywhere. It's pretty impressive. This is the sort of thing you just don't see. I got my signal on the right and someone is accelerating now just to get behind me. And there's a guy right behind him doing the same thing. Unbelievable. Oh, that's a class act right there. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut the guy off behind you, but I did have my signal on for at least 30 seconds. Jeez. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty, or should I say pretty amazing going through here. More old buildings on the right-hand side. Wow, there's so much history here. I love old buildings. I love history. I really do. To admit one thing, I'm really enjoying this drive. The history of this area is pretty impressive. And that is one big city. That is a massive city. It's probably going to get congested here, yeah. All the buildings around here, they're all so old. Some of these areas are boarded up. I'm guessing this is probably not the best end of town. Oh yeah, some of these buildings are boarded up. Just so much history here. Wow, I'm really glad I made the wrong turn. I really am, because this is just a real treat to be able to see this firsthand. Yeah, it's pretty cool. morning, everyone. Yeah, it's before 5 a.m. What am I doing up here thinking? Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, because of the 3-hour time change here, I have to be up early to do my delivery. Fun, huh? Yep. So, wasn't a bad stop. I stopped at a place last night called Marathon or whatever. It's funny, you walk into that place, it's just a small little truck stop. You may be able to fit maybe 15 trucks in there. And they have more cigarettes in there than anything else you need. Just wall to wall cigarettes everywhere. It's pretty funny, actually. Yep, so we are on our way. It's kind of interesting too. The Michigan state border is just over there. So we're covering a lot of ground on this trip. And as usual, just to get back onto the I-90, I have to pay a toll. Fortunately, I don't have to pay it. We have the I-Pass. So this is going to be like toll number 7. Well, I don't know. They certainly aren't doing anything with these roads with the money, so I don't know where that money is going to. So we got about 2 hours and 13 minutes before we make it to our consignee. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm going from there yet. I just don't know. Ticket. Oh, they have somebody here. Yeah, it's just crazy how many tolls they have here. Welcome to Indiana, or welcome to the Indiana Tollway. I guess this one here is totally automated. I don't even know if there's even anybody in here working. Yeah. Nope, nobody working here. It's all automated. All right. My friends, I've really enjoyed this this trip so far. I have. It's been a lot of fun. I really loved going to Chicago. That was a blast. Just to experience that, it was just really something else. I'm really hoping I'm coming back the same way because I got a chance to see a whole lot more of the city when I turned around when I was heading out, and I'm like, oh man, I should have cameras on the side of the truck. Yeah, what do you do, right? Anyway, onward we go to North Baltimore, Ohio. Like I said, be there in about 2 hours. We are all done here. Yes, we are. And we're now heading to a town called Beaver Dam, Ohio, so I can get the truck or the trailer washed out at a Blue Beacon. There isn't any other truck wash around here. So that's kind of where I'm going. And that's about 30 minutes out of the way. But I don't really have a choice. So that's where we're heading. And then from there I'm going to some other toll. I can't remember what it is offhand. But to drop my trailer there, as I was telling you before, and then do a reset. Which way would I go? South. I think I'm gonna go south. Okay, I'm at the Pilot. Subway. Ugh. Every place, all they have is Subway. Ugh. Can't stand the smell of it. And that's all you ever eat all the time when you're at these truck stops. Should I say that's all they ever have available? It's pretty gross. Wow, this place looks full. There's a few parking spots I can see. I wonder if they have bobtail parking. They might. And I'll have to take a little looky around. But anyway, we made it here. That's good news. Got a trailer. Oh, there's bobtail parking right there. Perfect. Awesome. I don't mind that one bit at all. Or is that bobtail parking? Well, maybe it's not. But you know what? I'm going to park there anyway. Just because there's nowhere else to park. Covenant Transport. Find that interesting. And I'm going to back up just a little bit in this spot because somebody may try to park behind me. I don't want that happening. Awesome. We are here for 36 hours. Yeah. There's another truck stop across the street. I wonder if that one's any better. At least there's a Wendy's over there. I wonder how far the Walmart is from here. It is very hard to navigate around here. Oh, it's way up there. Ah, forget it. I don't feel like going up there. All right. Maybe I'll go inside and see what they have available in there. And get working on a video for you guys.